Welcome to the Gus. Steve Witterhack with you, and got a new guy we're going to try out here. Give him a little chance right now because my regular guy, Randy Armga, is doing a lot of umpiring. He usually does during baseball season. I'm Steve Witterhack, and with me today, got Bob Spanbauer joining me. So, Bob, thanks for joining me.
You're welcome. Thanks for asking me, Steve. Kind of different for me, but we'll give it a shot.
Yeah, you're used to running the clock or the scoreboard and all that stuff, but you are a baseball guy through and through. So I always valued your opinions and your insight on the game, especially some of the post-game stuff when we get together with some of the parents and we talk about that stuff. We got all figured out after the game. But, Bob, welcome on board. And this is our first game of the baseball season. I got to get out of basketball mode. Last game I did was a sectional semifinal with Lemira boys basketball, so that's the last thing I've done. But now I got to get into baseball mode and be a little more laid back and go the slower pace of a baseball game. But this is the game that you played catcher back in your days?
Yep, catcher back in the early 80s. Loved every minute of that.
And here we are with the Waupun Warriors. You've been an assistant coach for the program for many years. You've been definitely the main part of the coaching staff, too, with the Legion team. As I thought, well, we're going to put the guy in there, knows all these guys, you even know their nicknames and everything else for the Waupun team. But they got a good start this year. They're sitting at 2-1 right now. Travis Hall at the helm with the squad. They've got some pretty good experienced guys that are coming back. So just kind of taking a look at what you see with Waupun, what do you think about the team and some of the guys that might be the leaders on the team this year?
Well, you have your seniors in Jake Krieger, today's starting pitcher. He's looked pretty good out there, what I've seen. Brian Ferris, another senior, he's kind of a leader out there. He's kind of a Swiss Army knife. He'll go and play, kind of like basketball, kind of go play center field, play a little short. Who else out there? Chase Beam, of course, your leading hitter right now for the Warriors. He hits the ball really well. He's having a good spring so far.
Oh, see some all pretty much familiar names to me in between multi-sport guys with Logan Paul. And I'll put him over at shortstop. Very confident young man. I think he's going to do fine over there. For Waupun, but I see people like Logan Potrat's good to see him back out there for his senior year. Had that knee injury during football season. Got to play a couple of minutes only in the basketball season, but I know he loves his baseball. And even got out on the pitching mound, I think, in the last game that they played and pitched about 3 1/3 innings and gave up 5 hits during that time and 3 walks. But you never know where you're going to find him tonight. We're going to find him at first base. So excited for him to get that opportunity and be able to play here in his senior year in the baseball diamond.
Oh, absolutely. I know it was kind of eating at him during basketball season, not being able to play. I'm glad to see him out there getting in some innings here on the mound. He did pretty well on Saturday. I think a few errors kind of hurt his cause a little bit, but that's all right. It's going to happen. Well,
we're going to talk about Waupun's last game. We're going to talk about the team again going into this new 2025 season, and we'll keep things going on our pregame show brought to you by Home and Auto Sales right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Home and Auto is very blessed to have served our local communities for 50 years. From a small used car store with 4 employees to 5 locations and over 100 employees, we would like to thank our many customers and our communities for the past 50 years. Holman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Waupun, Holman Chevrolet in Waupun, Holman Ford and Holman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Ripon, Holman Chevrolet GMC in Ripon, and the location where we began 50 years ago, Holman Value Center in Waupun. Thank you for allowing us to serve you, our customers, our friends, for the last 50 years. And we look forward to the next 50 years. Holman Auto. Great selection, award-winning service, low prices, and a relaxed buying atmosphere. We make you feel at home at Home and Auto Group in Waupun and Ripon, serving you for 50 years and counting.
It's time to take control of your soil management. Turn to the Great Plains TerraMax, a versatile hybrid tillage solution offering variable intensity tillage for a variety of fall and spring field conditions. Create the ideal seedbed with a high-quality finish, level soils and remove ruts, and eliminate resistant weeds, all with one tool. Tillage is now on your terms with TerraMax. Visit Waupun Equipment Company today to learn more about hybrid tillage from Great Plains. TerraMax, for tillage on your terms.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard-to-get trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-334-5887. That's 920-344-5887 for Torres Tree Service of Waupun.
Hi, it's Dr. Randy with New Medical Center. Are you struggling with your weight? Tired of diets that just make you hungry? Maybe it's time to try something new. By now, most of you have heard about semaglutide and tirzepatide, the amazing new weight loss drugs that are sweeping across the country and helping thousands of people just like you successfully lose unwanted pounds. Well, wait no more. NewMed Integrated Healthcare has got you covered. Don't be fooled by expensive online plans with no direct medical supervision. New Medical Center's program is affordable and provides you with all the personalized support you need to succeed. Get started now and eliminate your cravings, decrease your appetite, and start losing those pounds. Take it from me, it's easier than you think. How do I know? Because I lost 50 pounds last year using this very program, and I've kept it off. Let the team at New Medical Center help you get the weight loss results you desire and deserve. Call New Medical Center at 920-324-9899 to get started now, or visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324-9899.
Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, and Green Lake counties. Don't chance it and find yourself asking, where's the heat? Get on our furnace maintenance plan now to prevent a furnace malfunction or a heating headache. Need a brand new American Standard furnace? We do that too. Call 920-763-2301, allphasecomforts.com.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Opening night in the conference for the Waupun Warrior boys baseball team here at the Gus in Waupun. Steve Witterhack with you and Bob Spanbauer joining me to bring you the game here tonight. But starting out with the Winneconne Wolves, any memories of them and your coaching years against Winneconne over the years?
I know they always battled us really tough, especially up there. It's hard to get a win up there. I remember one of the games, I think maybe 3-4 years ago, I think there was an out-of-bounds area in right field, I think. It was soaked out there. The guys took their little jog out to center field before the game, and they came back rather damp. It was pretty wet that week. Yeah, that's one of them. I know they had a couple, about 2-3 years ago, they had some good heat, guys that threw some good heat. But they're always a challenge for us, it seems like.
Yeah, they've got a nice little complex over there. I know their girls softball team is good every year, and always has been Waupun almost didn't get past Winneconne to get to the state and even to that sectional championship game. But like I said, they've got a pretty good tradition over there with softball, and I know with sports in general, they take care of their athletics pretty good. Even though baseball's numbers are down, they don't have a JV team. They've just got the guys that are on the roster here. They got a lot of freshmen that'll be getting some playing time, and numbers are down in participation in baseball in Winneconne.
That's kind of surprising, actually. They got a lot of good athletes over there. You just got to get them out to play.
Yeah, so we'll see how Waupun does. They're 2-1 on the season so far, again, coached by Travis Hull. They lost their last game against Watertown, and there's another town that has always a great program over in Watertown. You're always going to run into a buzzsaw over there, especially when Waupun was in that conference all the time. But they lost that game by a score of 8-3. A little bit of the problem there, 4 errors in the ball game is what kind of killed Waupun. Didn't look like Watertown had any errors in that game according to the box score, but 4 errors that probably maybe a deciding factor in that. Waupun, they weren't out hit by a whole lot in that ball game. Chase Beam 3 for 3, had a double also and 2 RBIs, so it's good to see Big Chase out there just ripping that ball.
He's hitting the ball well this spring so far. Yeah, with Saturday's game, Watertown took advantage of our miscues. They didn't have any. They usually play a sound. They're pretty stout defensively.
And Landon Richter pitched in that game, 3 2/3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. I mentioned before Logan Potrat's getting some pitching time against Watertown in that game, and he pitched 3 innings and a third, gave up 5 hits, gave up 3 walks in that game for the Waupun Warriors. And you've got Jake Krieger on the mound here for Waupun to start things out. And thoughts on Jake and what you've seen with him in the past?
Well, he has 3 or 4 good pitches. I know he throws mostly fastball, curveball, but he also has a splitter that he likes to kind of throw in there once in a while. I don't know how that'll go with a little bit of cool weather today, but I know he likes to throw it. He hits his spots well, got good velocity. Big kid, obviously gets down the hill pretty well. Looking forward to seeing him pitch today from up here.
Got to remind you, too, besides us being on RadioPlusInfo.com, and you can spread the word on that, but also we are on the radio, which is kind of nice to have that service, too. We're on 103.3 FM in the Waupun area, or anywhere around the area. We're on AM 1170. We've got a great coverage with our AM signal. We've got great coverage with that. So if you got somebody who does not have access to watching things on video, maybe working right now, maybe out in the garage working on the car, a farmer out there working out in the barn, just tell them we're on the radio right now. I know my mom's listening to the game on 103.3 FM. Got that all set up for her earlier. So a nice advantage to have that as an option here for people to follow their Waupun Warriors, as we will throughout the entire softball and baseball season. Now, we'll take another break, come back and talk a little bit more about the game, and then we'll have the beginning of today's game. It's Waupun at home taking on the Winneconne Wolves. East Central Conference baseball here on Radio Plus Sports.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
Thank you for your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, we're honored to have been voted by you to be the best of the best mattress store in the Fond du Lac area for 2024.
Our mission is to bring the best in bedding comfort, technology, and support to the Waupun area.
We've partnered with top brands like Tempur-Pedic, Puffy, Scott Living, Sealy, and Nectar to offer you the ultimate sleep experience.
Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Come shop at Verhaeg's.
A reminder for everyone that Bent's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Bent's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Bent's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Say cheese! If you cringe when it's time to smile, come to Dentistry of Wisconsin in Beaver Dam and Waupun to make your grin big, bright, and beautiful. They can help with impactful solutions like implants, bridges, orthodontics like Sure Smile clear aligners. And if you're looking for simple smile enhancers, they offer tooth whitening and veneers. Give Dentistry of Wisconsin a call in Beaver Dam at 887-2112 or their Waupun office at 324-3881. You can also visit them online at dentistryofwisconsin.com.
And our good buddy Steve with us here at the Other Bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Business as usual. Pretty soon this springtime weather is going to really hit, Steve, right?
Well, they keep teasing us with maybe putting a patio together outside, but then it snows, so I don't know what we're doing. But we're still here. We're still making food. We still got beer, drinks, great bartenders, great cooks, great staff. So
and great sports on the TV, of course, Bucks and Brewers. Here we go.
Fun to watch this stuff. The Brewers started a little slow and turn it around a little bit. The Bucks are going to push on for the postseason, so come down and check out the games. They're always on.
And the NFL Draft, of course, coming up later on this month. Your draft headquarters here, right?
Yeah, I think people will probably be staying down here for the draft, too. So come check it out. You never know what kind of we had some Dolphins scouts in the other day here, so come check it out.
Steve with us here at the Other Bar, Main Street, downtown Waupun. Stop on by for great lunch specials, too.
Yep, always homemade soups, homemade chili, daily specials, pork, beef, and turkey normally. Check it out.
Steve with us here. Thanks, buddy. Have a good week.
You too. Thanks, Nick.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance, no matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because you'll feel totally protected with the right auto coverage. Plus, you'll save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home with our expert agents. American Family Insurance.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact me, Agent Christine File, at 11 South Watertown Street in Waupun, or call 920-324-3488 today.
How do you make everyone's favorite buffet even better? How do you make the country's best chicken even more exciting? How do you make Thursday the best night ever? Wing night at Pizza Ranch. Boneless and traditional. A variety of sauces. All the wings you want, plus all your other buffet favorites. The country's best wing night is here. Taking flight Thursday nights only at Pizza Ranch. Everyone's favorite buffet.
Okay, we are back, and it's good to hear Scotty Van Galen again. And now it makes me feel like it's time for baseball season to start. Nobody does a better rendition of the national anthem, so we love to be in the booth with him. Also have Lucas Bresser will be giving us 2 cents worth in here, too, during the game, so we'll definitely get some expert opinions from him. We always got to have the Peanut Gallery. They'll give us some stuff, and get some good information from them, actually. Got Big Nate Young doing the video streaming. Always does a great job, so Nate, lucky to have him. And here we are, ready to play some baseball. You got Jake Krieger on the mound for Waupun. He's pitched 5 innings so far on the season. And .0000 the ERA so far is what he's got so far. And it'll be good to see him start things out here conference-wise. Chase Beam, of course, the guy with the rifle behind home plate and leading the team in batting right now behind again, the catcher, Landon Potratz over at first base. You got Landon Richter, one of the those two of the 4 Landons we have on the team over at second base. What's his nickname? Diddy. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I said you knew all the nicknames for all these guys. Logan Prawl is playing shortstop. Thinks that's a good spot for him out there. Graham Gopalan, he's over at shortstop, and left to right in Waupun's outfield, Trey Schmidt, Bryant Ferris, and another Landon Dirksen out there in right field. Take a look at the batting order now for the Winneconne Wolves. Colson Kleinschmidt, their shortstop, will be starting things out, followed by Ben Tesh. He'll be the starting pitcher in today's game. Aaron Zimmer, he's out in right field batting third. Their cleanup batter is the catcher, Ethan Duell, followed by second baseman Broderick Stilley. Cal Volpe is a designated hitter. Batting sixth. Batting seventh is Halen Olson. He's the first baseman. Then center fielder Hunter Dahl is batting eighth, followed by number 9 in the batting order, Logan Binder, the third baseman. And here we go. Waupun going with the black pants and black shirts out there. Looking pretty imposing out there on the field. And here we go. The 2025 Waupun Warrior baseball team on the field, ready to start their conference season here in just a few minutes. A little bit of wind going out towards right field maybe, and
it's always windy here.
It's always some amount of wind. It's very seldom that the flag is just hanging straight down. So again, Steve Winterhack and Bob Spanbauer bringing you the game here on Radio Plus tonight. Thanks for joining us. We'll be doing about 1 game a week for the Waupun boys baseball team and 1 game a week for the girls softball team. First pitch into Colson Kleinschmidt. That one misses. Ball 1. I to get into that pace, the basketball pace where you're kind of like an auctioneer out there going into baseball. Or you sit back, big swing and a miss. A little heat there from Krieger challenging him.
Good pitch on the inside.
I don't know if the Grandpa and Grandma are back here too for Jake, one of their regular viewers.
I thought I saw they were out in Arizona yet, I think. Yeah.
Lake Havasu out there. So hopefully they're not here and they're out there. They're watching the game right now. Regular viewers with us during the basketball season. Pitcher says high, makes the count 2-1. That one catches the outside part of the plate. Good spot there. Take a nice location pitcher. 2-2 the count. First batter of the ball game. Colson Kleinschmidt at the plate. And that is strike 3 going down looking is Kleinschmidt. Brought him some heat. Put him away. So up, one down. Ben Tesh, the pitcher in the game. He is coming up to bat now, a left-handed batter for the Wolves.
Nice pitch by Jake to finish him off there.
So here we go, facing his first lefty here in the ball game. He's bringing nothing but heat right now, but just finding his spot, strike one. How's your arm doing? Are you going to be able to do some batting practice again this season when the Legion season rolls around?
Oh, yeah, the arm's great. It's everything else that's not good.
The rest of my body's going to hell, but, my
figure it
arm
out.
is still good.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, most people aren't throwing yet when you get to our age.
No.
It was a 1-1 pitch. That's going to miss off the plate.
Little curveball to change it up for him a little bit at 1-1.
Here we go. 2-1 the count now on Ben Tesh. Aaron Zimmer waiting on deck. This one is popped in the air out towards left field. Getting underneath it is Trey Schmidt. And hauls it in for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Aaron Zimmer, the right fielder. I think Scott's got some openings in his schedule for there's no trucking show this year anymore. That's done. And I got Scott into that a little actually. And I got him to be a figure skater announcer too. So I got him into a couple different things.
Nice curveball for a strike.
Yeah, no offer on that one. Another lefty up with Aaron Zimmer. I said, I'm leaving, but I know a guy that'll do it probably. And he did. He's going to miss outside.
Somehow I got hooked up into some doing some figure skating announcing too.
Oh, you did that too?
For Kevin Smith there.
You know what a triple sow cow is?
I couldn't tell you.
Neither do I.
Does that come with sprinkles or?
I don't know. It was the 1-1 pitch. That's chopped in the ground over, and Krieger chases it down, only a few feet away from first, and fields his position there at pitching mound, and Waupun goes 1-2-3 against Winneconne here in the top of inning number 1. Back with the bottom half of inning number 1, coming your way in just 90 seconds on Radio Plus Sports.
What'd you say, Scotty? 12?
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Extend your vertical tillage options with a new Kuhn Krause Accelerator XT8010 available at Waupun Equipment Company in Waupun and Watertown. Proven Excalibur VT blades cut tough residue, creating a superior seed bed. Gang angle options of 1 to 5 degrees for true vertical tillage or 6 to 8 degrees for more aggressive tillage action. Mid-mounted tines redirect soil and residue flow ahead of rear gangs. Exclusive star wheel treaders, brake clods, and anchor residue, while the 24/7 conditioning reel firms and finishes the seed bed. The Accelerator XT is available in RTK cut widths of 11 to 40 foot. Ask your dealer about the new Smart Soil Technology ISOBUS system for your new Accelerator XT.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
We are back in Waupun, and let's take a look at Waupun's batting order. 0-0 ball game going to the bottom of the first inning, so let's take a look at it. Starting things out for Waupun will be Brian Ferris, the center fielder. Batting second will be Landon Richter. Playing over at second base, Trey Schmidt, your left fielder, is batting third. Cleanup batter is Chase Beam, the catcher. Jake Krieger, the pitcher, is batting fifth. Logan Prawl, the shortstop, is batting sixth, followed by Graham Gopalan. Then Logan Potratz. I should say Landon Potratz. That's right. Did I put it wrong? Landon Potratz batting eighth, and then Landon Dirksen, the right fielder, batting ninth. That is a batting order for the Waupun Warriors. Ben Tesh, right-handed pitcher, but batted left-handed when he was up on the mound for Winneconne. Behind the plate is Ethan Duell. Halen Olson is at first base. Broderick Stilley is the second baseman. Shortstop is Colson Kleinschmidt. Logan Binder is the third baseman. Charlie Rubadou. It's DH4. He is out in left field. Center fielder is Hunter Dahl, and Aaron Zimmer is in right field. And here we go with Bryant Ferris. My favorite defenders on the basketball team up to the plate now. With bat in hand, that one's going to miss low and outside for ball one.
Bryant's not afraid to drop one down anytime, any place. Don't think he'll do it this early, but.
So here we go. Nice vocal crowd from the dugout cheering on their teammate right now, Bryant. Next pitch is going to miss two, makes the count 2-0. Where do they think Winneconne's going to finish? I know you get some access to the big book they put out and predictions on the season. Where do they got Winneconne predicted to finish?
They're predicted to finish fifth ahead of Ripon and Berlin, the way it looks.
Okay. Comes the 2-0 pitch. That one is a called strike. Not a lot of velocity on the pitches from Ben Tesh, which sometimes can throw a team off, and you got somebody throwing a little slower than what you're used to practicing against.
You got to be patient. Just get the ball back up the middle. Got to stay on top.
Comes a 2-1 pitch from Tesh, and another called strike, and a no offer again from Brian Ferris. Yeah, thanks for joining us here on Radio Plus, covering all of Waupun's softball and baseball postseason games and numerous games during the regular season. He's going to miss just a bit inside. Didn't miss by a whole lot, but does put 3 balls on the scoreboard. 3-2 now the count.
Scotty's always right. It's a little hard to tell up and down from up here.
Yeah. 3-2 the count. That was chopped over towards shortstop. Kleinschmidt takes it on the second hop. Throws the first in time. Good hustle. Making it close over there is Ferris, but thrown out. So 1 up and 1 down, and that'll bring up Landon Richter. Second baseman for Waupun, Trey Schmidt, waiting on deck.
Landon's moved up in the lineup over the last couple games here now.
Now here's the other question. Where's Waupun supposed to finish in the conference?
Looks like we're predicted to finish tied with KML for first.
Those will be the games. Those are the big games in basketball, even though they were pretty good ones with Plymouth, too. Hard shot, but that's going to go off the third baseman's glove. Binder gets up, throws it to first, a one-hopper, and a nice job by the first baseman, Halen Olson, to snag the ball and haul it in before Richter can get to first. So a couple ground outs for Waupun, 2 up, 2 down, and Trey Schmidt coming up to bat.
Yeah, they're predicted. You've been that way for the last couple of years with Waupun and KML. Always comes down to them couple games. I believe they're at the end of the year again, so Kewaskum and Plymouth will both be tough games.
Taking a little off that one. Way ahead of it, a swing and a miss by Trey Schmidt. Chase Beam waiting on deck. Yeah, you never know. It's always fun to watch the changes. You lose a lot of great players, but Waupun always seems to reload every year. They've always got some pretty good, solid pitching year after year.
It comes from having a good program down below.
Yep. Seeing all those kids when you look at the baseball diamonds when the Little League starts up and they're all full and they've got tournaments, a lot of weekends here, and that brings in a lot of teams. And these guys play a lot of ball. I mean, these guys have brought up, and everybody who gets on the varsity field has played a lot of baseball by the time they get on the varsity diamond for the first time. That's going to miss off the plate. Makes the count 2-1.
Absolutely. Just a lot of, good dedication by a lot of the people down in the Little League level. That takes a lot.
Yeah, no, you get a lot of the ex-players. They see a lot of ex-players that are coaching in Little League, and they'll follow the kids up normally. And that's definitely giving back to the program again. It's going to miss off the plate, too. Makes the count 3-1. Nobody on base, bottom of the first inning, 2 down. And Trey Schmidt looking at a 3-1 pitch from Ben Tesh. That will catch the outside part of the plate. Makes the count 3-2.
Looks like outfield about normal depth, nothing real in.
Here we go, the 3-2 pitch from Ben Tesh. It's chopped on the ground, but foul over the third base side.
Off his front foot, it looks like.
Got a lot of little leaguers from Waupun baseball. You played Little League baseball. We got brought up in the program. I did when I was 9 years old, and that's when they started you then.
Yeah,
now they start
right.
you when you're 3 or 4, and you don't know if you're left-handed or right-handed for a lot of kids. You first come out on the diamond. And that is a good-looking pitch, and watching it go by is Trey Schmidt. A couple of ground outs, a strikeout, and Waupun comes up empty. Nobody gets on base. So after one complete, we have no score in the ball game. Back with the top half of inning number 2 right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
There has never been a better time to shop Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen is featuring a fashionable selection of furniture and flooring. That means remarkable savings on name brand furniture, top quality name brands at special competitive prices. You'll get the taste, quality, and personalized service that has separated the Werner Harmsen name from the best. Find their showroom in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring. Taste, service, selection. It's worth the drive to beautiful downtown Waupun.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back to the Gus. No score. Nothing going offensively for either team right now. And coming up this inning for Winneconne will be number 4, 5, and 6 in the batting order. Ethan Duell, followed by Broderick Stilley and Cal Volpe.
Duell hitting .375 early in the season here. 4 RBIs, it looks like. Sophomore. Winneconne's pretty young, I've noticed here. Starting a couple freshmen.
How do you like the way they set things up? I know it doesn't always work that way, but you like it when they have they play each other in the same week as 2 days apart, Tuesday, Thursday deal,
Yeah.
once here, once there.
Yep, I do.
Ideally, that's you want it to work that way, but what Mother Nature doesn't always cooperate.
Doesn't always cooperate,
And then
but
you get some double headers in there, and
that way you're not throwing your number, a team that's really strong like Waupun would be. We could throw Jake then against everybody,
right.
If things line up just right. And, that's not right. Really, I think Coach Kevin DeBoer started that back when we were in the Little 10, I think, playing Tuesday, Thursday.
I agree. That's a good idea. Their third left-hander for Winneconne. Hasn't swung his bat yet, and now the count is 2-1 with Ethan Duell up. Like I said, a lot of youth because everybody who's in the program is on varsity because there is no JV. So got a lot of kids, but for a regular team, but there's no JV team, which doesn't bode well for any program. Something's not going right there.
Well, it looks like they're starting 4 freshmen and a sophomore and a couple juniors.
So look into the future. Comes a 2-2 pitch from Jake Krieger. That's going to miss off the plate away from the left-handed hitter, Ethan Duell. And this is popped out towards center field. Brian Ferris just ranges back a few steps and hauls it in for out number 1. So there goes their cleanup batter, flying out to center field. That'll bring up Broderick Stilley, who's their second baseman. Right-handed hitter.
Broderick's one of the 4 freshmen.
Looks about the size, built like a freshman out there.
Second baseman, yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing how big kids can get and shoot up there. I've seen a lot of kids that shot up thick, got real thick during that time too, and get to be some pretty big kids. Ooh, and that one hits him. So welcome to varsity. Broderick Stilley taking a free pass down to first base. Not free, getting hit, but they got a base runner.
It's going to sting a little today.
Yeah. Sometimes you wear those. Waupun has always had a tradition of wearing those pitches like that with pride, especially those teams back in the mid-2000s, 2006 and 7 in there, the state championship teams. Those guys, they even put pads on their elbows towards the pitcher. Just they weren't afraid to get hit.
Well, for Waupun, you got Jake and Bryant, and even Ethan Hall or Emmett Hall. They're usually battle it out, see who's going to wear the most during the year.
That's a badge of honor. Ooh, another one inside, and Cal Volpe lucky to. His facial expression, that one did not hit. Bringing some heat on that last pitch. Count is now 2-0.
Nothing wrong with missing in a little bit once in a while.
Yeah, it keeps you not comfortable inside. On the plate, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Roz Rivera in that sectional championship game against Freedom. She was proud to wear that one that she got hit by because it brought in the tying run.
Absolutely.
And, it was a 1-0 ball game, and it also won to tie the game. Hit her on the back of her arm, and you could even see the stitches on that ball. I interviewed her after the game.
Jake missed inside again. Need to make a little adjustment there on the mound, I think. Good pitch, though. Pretty close.
Yeah, 3-0 the count now to Cal Volpe. Number 6 in the batting order. That was going to miss 4 straight balls, and Volpe gets a free pass. And now you got guys at first and second base. And that'll bring out number 7 in the order. Halen Olson steps to the plate, right-handed hitter.
Even though it's early, being as young as they are, I'd expect a bunt here. Just got to get an out. Oh, it's got to be outs. Nope.
This pitch is going to be called a strike. Must be the lower part of the zone on that one. Makes the count 0-1. A little more comfortable up here than standing over at first base doing the
well, it's a little warmer.
Base coach.
A little warmer.
Big swing and a miss on the next pitch by Olson. Down in the count quickly, 0-2.
Great company up here with Scotty and
yeah,
even Lucas, I suppose. No, it's a little different up here. I'll say that.
And strike 3 going down. Olson on the last pitch. Not quite agreeing with the official on that one. Doesn't matter. He goes down looking. Now 2 down with runners at first and second base. And now Hunter Dahl coming up to bat the center field. This has got to be a freshman up to bat right now.
It is. That was my bad, too. There was only one out. There was one out there. I thought there was nobody out. Forgot about the cream style one and for Bryant in center.
Yeah, just a senior against a freshman now, and the next one's going to be inside.
This kid's even smaller than the other kid.
He is. So 1-1 the count. And that one is going to be a base hit. Nice job there by Mr. Dahl.
Yep.
Good job. He just came up here to swing, and he did. Put it between short and third base. First base hit of the ball game for either team. And bases are now loaded for Winneconne, bringing up number 9 in the batting order, Logan Binder.
Another freshman. I think their 4th one here. Got to put him somewhere. Jake's got to get ahead in the count here a little bit. There you go.
There we go. Bringing some heat on that one. Called strike 1 into Binder. Yeah, batter hit by a pitch, then a walk, and then a base hit, loading up the bases. Ooh. And fighting that one off inside, Logan Binder fouls it back. Puts a counter to 0-2.
It's a little bit more relaxed up here though, instead of coaching at first.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh, nasty curve.
Yeah, a good job there by Binder to foul that one off. But you'd be surprised all the other. We got a lot of coaching people up here that help you. That would help you with coaching if you'd like a headset during the Legion season or something. We got a lot of ideas up here.
I'm sure. I usually hear about them.
Comes the 0-2 pitch. It's a swing and a miss. Well, a couple strikeouts, also a fly out, but bases left loaded with a walk, a player hit by a pitch, and a base hit. Stranding 3 on that one. Nobody scores after 1.5. No score in the ball game. Back with Waupun's half of inning number 2 right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard to get trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-334-5887. That's 920-344-5887 for Torres Tree Service of Waupun.
Hi, this is Jackie with All-Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, and Green Lake counties. Don't chance it and find yourself asking, where's the heat? Get on our furnace maintenance plan now to prevent a furnace malfunction or a heating headache. Need a brand new American Standard furnace? We do that too. Call 920-763-2301, allphasecomforts.com.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees when you meet the monthly qualification criteria. There's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Okay, Winneconne getting bases loaded in their half, but nobody scores in their half of the second inning. See, Waupun, they went down quietly in the first inning, 1-2-3. So we're going to start out with our cleanup batter, Chase Beam, followed by Jake Krieger and Logan Prawl. Pretty good sticks coming up here for Waupun. See if they can get things going here in the second inning. Yeah, so that's going to bounce off the third baseman's glove and backed up by Kleinschmidt, but getting to first is Chase Beam.
Probably give that an air, I think.
Yeah, we'll give it an air. I was waiting for Scott and those guys to give that because
he kind of side-saddled it a little bit. Courtesy runner. Aiden Reeder, number 25.
Yeah, I'd like to watch him on the football field. He was a couple running back for Waupun.
Nice to see him back out this year.
You take a break for a year or two?
He did.
I was going to miss well outside. The pitch into Jake. I've seen that before, some with success, some times with not some success. I remember when Ryan Rasmussen came back after taking his high school off because he had some arm problems when he was younger, but he had a really good senior year. Joey Dogner, those guys.
It's
how
tough
many
to do.
infield hits did those guys have, being left-handed hitters and lightning fast?
That's tough to do unless you're really, you got to be a real good athlete anyway.
Those guys were super athletes. 2-0 the count now to Jake. Logan Prawl awaits on deck. Runner at first with nobody out. Ooh, lays off that one. That's a called strike on the fastball from Tesh.
Good time to run here, I think.
Two and 1 the count now to Jake Krieger. That sun is shining, wind heading out to right field, and going on the pitch is Beam, bobbled by the catcher Ethan Duell, keeps it in his mitt.
Reeder with the stolen base.
Yeah, and the Reeder gets to second. He didn't look more imposing, though, when he had those shoulder pads on during the football season. But he had some great games. It was fun talking to him during the season on a really successful season for Waupun. And Jake, he is issued a walk. So he gets on, runners at first and second base, and that'll bring up Logan Prawl. Number 6 in the batting order. Logan batting .222 so far here in the early part of the season. Just 3 games, 4th game in now. Reeder at second base. Krieger over at first base. Nobody out for Waupun. Like they get something on the board. Prawl showing bunt, brings it back. Pitch misses outside for ball one.
Squared around the bunt there. We'll see if he has it on again.
Yeah, change in the side of the field of Waupun's dugout. They go down the third base line now. They've always been on the first base line, so know the thought process behind that, but that one's popped up on the bunt attempt and luckily hits the ground harmlessly and back to the plate, Logan Prawl. Now with a 1-1 count. Yeah, Logan battled some injury problems during the basketball season, sat a lot of the early part of the season out. Not sure if he was really 100% the rest of the season, and if that's something that lingers with him yet, but
haven't had a chance to talk to him about it yet.
Yeah. That's a pretty good looking pitch. Like, well, right at the knees maybe, and a called strike makes the count 1-2. Yeah, Logan, I like you. Pretty good personality. I'd like to see him every time he sees me. And Steve-O. Pretty confident young man, but yeah, I like that in him.
He likes to chatter.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope, nothing wrong. Got to have those guys. 2-2 the count. That's going to miss just a bit inside. Makes the count now 3-2.
I think he could have wore that one pretty easily there.
Yeah, there wasn't much on that pitch.
Turn his front shoulder in a little bit.
It's going to miss down, and this is on that one. Now makes it a 3-2 count. The runners advance to second and third.
Wild pitch there. We'll move him up. See if we can get something in the air here. Watching warm-ups. Didn't see real strong arms for Winneconne out there.
There's your chance. No outs. Runners at second and third. And 3-2 the count for Logan Prawl. Graham Gopalin awaits on deck. That is hit deep out towards right field, kind of backing up. The wind is blowing up that way. That gets past the right fielder. That's going to bring in 2 runs. Prawl around second base, and he's trying to stretch it into a triple. On his way there, dives in, and a 2-run triple off the bat of Logan Prawl. It's good getting up the jet stream out there, and a little extra on that one from the wind, and gets past the right fielder. Brings in 2 runs. Waupun now leads 2-0 here in the bottom of the second inning.
Nice hit by Logan going the other way. Right fielder kind of hesitated out there, and with the wind blowing out there, you got to get back on that ball today.
Okay, so there we go. That's what you wanted. Got those guys on base, wanted to get them in, and I would like to keep things going right now with Graham Gopalin, their third baseman, right-handed hitter up to bat now for Waupun. It's chopped over towards the shortstop. Picking it up is Kleinschmidt. One hopper across the, not in time, over at first base. So another run comes in, and Gopalin safe over at first base. Yeah, Waupun stringing a few things together. 3-0 now in the bottom of the second inning. And that will bring up Landon Poitras to the plate now for Waupun. Called strike on the first pitch. And I like Landon, too. There's another one. A good leader in the class and got a good personality. You could tell when he wasn't playing, he was up in the crowd with the kids cheering on the girls' teams and stuff during the basketball season. Just a good team leader. I liked what I saw on the football field with him. Glad he's getting his chance here. And that's going to be
be down.
It's got to get down. And, yeah, that does get down. And taking off on that pitch was Graham Gopalin, but just wanted to make sure the guy didn't catch it, so runners at first and second. So 3 hits in a row here for Waupun. That brings up number 9 in the batting order now with Landon Dirksen.
His first at-bat of the season, I believe. See what he can do.
Saw Landon out there on the basketball court. Did a very good job as a point guard on the JV basketball team.
Got a lot of energy out there. That was a nice hit by Landon, just enough to dinker into center field out there.
Trying to take a bunt attempt, but fouls that one off. So Dirk's in the number 9 position, waiting on deck. Top of the order, Brian Ferris.
I'd like to see him square up on that and get it down a little bit more.
Yeah, it's kind of just
sticking
the bat out there and got that. He's ready to head down first baseline.
And he's not alone. We have a few guys that like to do that once in a while, but
showing bunt
Better,
again.
better.
That's right back to the pitcher, Tesh. He's going to go to first with it. Runners do advance, though. Did his job. Got runners over to second and third base. Nice job there. Sack bunt. Okay, so 1 out on the board now, but runners again, 2 of them in scoring position at second and third base, and the top of the order is up. And see if Waupun can add a few more to the 3-0 lead right now on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Brian Ferris back to the plate. It's chopped over towards third base, and he's going to go to first with it, and does have a one hopper over there. He's kind of looking towards second base, but nothing going there, and that does allow a run to come in. Now leading 4-0 here in the bottom of the second inning.
good read.
Oh, that's bobbled by the catcher, trying to slide in. And safe over there is Landon Potratz turning on the Jets over there.
Very nice read by Landon, getting off on that one as soon as the ball got away.
The Jet. Yeah.
Maybe that's a new nickname for him, the Jet.
The Jet. Another runner over there for Waupun. See if they can get it in with 2 outs here in the bottom half of inning number 2. Bringing up Landon Richter to the plate. First pitch is going to miss high and inside. Makes it a 2-0 count. A chance for Waupun to add to that lead. Nice pitch on the outside part of the plate there from Ben Tesh. Landon grounded out over to third base. His last at bat back in the first inning. It's 8th batter of the inning for Waupun. It's going to miss in the ground and outside. 3-1 the count for Landon Richter. Trey Schmidt awaits on deck.
Get Landon on here, see if we can create a little chaos on the bases.
Pitch is going to miss inside, and Richter issued a walk. It's runners now at the corners for Waupun. And Trey Schmidt coming up, went down looking, strikeout victim back in the first. How much are you communicating with the runner over there at first base when you're always, no matter what, giving them the situation? Or
yeah, you're giving them a situation, just keep an eye on the coach, number one.
It's chopped over towards third base, knocked down by the third baseman. Binder throws to first, not in time. That'll score a run. Tough ball when you chop it here on the turf in Waupun.
I didn't see it. I don't know what we're going to give him on that one.
Giving him an error on that?
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Yeah.
I just caught the end of it when he was picking it up.
Yeah.
Big brick wall in front of me.
Yeah, it's not the greatest view that you get back here, but I love it though. We got a couple of really nice press boxes for doing games here in Waupun between this one and on the other side of Lincoln Street of Waupun and where the girls' diamonds at Jerry Meadham Field. Of course, they have air conditioning and heater over to the other side of the.
We do have a heater up here. Scotty just takes it all right now.
Oh, one's going to miss inside into beam.
Yeah, just watching the replay of it a little bit. It looks like good call on the air.
So Chase now a little meeting on the mound here for the Wolves. Let's take a 30-second break. Be back after this on RP Sports.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot. Build better for future generations.
Okay, welcome back. Steve Witterhack, Bob Spanbauer here at Waupun. First baseball game that we got a chance to call. Lucky to see the sun out today, but still pretty cool. Chase Beam still at the plate for Waupun with a runner at second. 5-0 game. Follows the next one back. Finally getting all those runs in the second inning. That's still going on yet. I would hate to give my book to somebody and say, hey, what do you think happened in the game? I said, looks like somebody got shot. There's a bunch of blue. Yeah, it's ugly. I even looked back. I said, what was I even doing? I don't even know what that means. They tried to give a recap. So that's why we bring people like you in that know the game, and you've done the book. And
don't look at my book right now. It's been a while.
I thought that was automatic for you guys that do the book on a regular basis. You do it on a pencil.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking today, I guess.
Well, Scott's got a pen, too. Well, he's always perfect.
Scotty's professional.
That one's going to right down to the strike zone. Nice one dropping in. Puts the count now at 3-2 for Chase. Got that runner out there at second base.
Get the runners in motion here. 3-2, 2 outs.
Let's see if we can at least get that one in, if nothing else. But big bat with Chase Beam up to bat now for Waupun.
Nice gap shot.
Runners are going, and that's going to miss inside, and Chase gets himself to first base.
His second time on base this inning.
Yeah. Jake Krieger with his second at bat of the inning. Got on with a walk and scored earlier in the inning. Now bases loaded for Waupun, and Beam again will have a seat. Bring Mr. Reeder probably back in to run for him.
Yep, he has to run for him this inning.
Okay. Reeder. There's a guy that can score from third for you if you.
Yeah, he
or from first base. He's a nice gapper. Got some wheels.
Be nice to see Jake get on one here.
Okay, first pitch misses high and tight to Jake. Logan Prawla waiting on deck. He had that triple. Put a couple runs across the plate earlier in this inning. Lays off the next one, and that's a called strike. Count is now 1-1. Yeah, it should be a fun year. I'll be doing most of my ball calling with Waupun baseball and softball. Got some young guys. Well, this is hit, but pulled, fouling out of play on the left field side. But we got some young guys that are going to help us out and call a few games too with some coverage of Oakfield and Central Wisconsin Christian baseball and softball, Laconia. Get around the area just a little bit.
Well, Steve, we're not getting any younger, you know.
Oh. 1-2 pitch, and that's hit over towards shortstop, and he's hit the out himself over at second base. Nice job by Colson Kleinschmidt to get the up and up before Waupun comes up with 5 runs in the inning. How many hits, Bob? 3 hits.
3 hits.
3 hits. They got those all right in a row, starting with Prahl, Gopalin, and Potrats. But Waupun gets 5 runs across home plate and take a 5-0 lead to the top of the third inning coming your way right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Protect your New Holland equipment and optimize your performance in the field with genuine New Holland maintenance products. New Holland oils and filters are designed specifically for New Holland equipment so you can achieve our high performance standards in the field. And by choosing genuine New Holland maintenance products, you'll not only protect your equipment, you'll also boost its performance and productivity. Visit Waupun Equipment Company, also in Watertown, and see for yourself why genuine New Holland oils and filters are the right choice for your equipment.
Okay, we are back. Waupun scores 5 in the bottom half of inning number 2, heading to the top of the third inning now. Winneconne coming up to bat, and they will be bringing top of the order up with Kleinschmidt, Tesch, and Zimmer. And if you want to hit the chat line at all, you can let us know you're out there. You give us nothing else. Just say whether we got to have the votes on Bob, thumbs up or thumbs down. No, you're doing a great job so far, Bob. Always discuss the game afterwards, but a lot with you. But
a little bit easier afterwards.
Yeah,
I think,
it is.
Actually.
It's fun to look back at it and have your opinions on the games. We've traveled all over the place, all the way up to Waupun, North Dakota. One of my favorite subjects to talk about.
Heard they got a monkey up there, I think, right?
Yeah, orangutan.
Orangutan.
Yeah. So it's orangutan, but it's orangutan. Just got to check in once in a while. I haven't checked in for a while to see if that one's still alive up there. But and Kleinschmidt went down looking. Strikeout victim back in the first inning. Just gets out of the way of the next pitch from Jake. And Jerry Krieger is with us here today, not down in Lake Havasu, Arizona. He's sitting somewhere along the third base line. This hit high in the air out towards center field, ranging off to his left and hauling it in. He is Waupun's Bryant Ferris for out number 1. Ben Tesch coming up to bat now. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed hitter for them. And he flew out to left field back in the first inning. Yeah, good to have Jerry and Chris back here in Wisconsin. Big fans watching their grandson out on the mound here for Waupun today, Jake. Swing and a miss on that last pitch. People look a little cold that are sitting out just in the bleachers right now. Bob's even got some hand warmers yet, something from his coaching days probably.
Absolutely. Well, I noticed some of the guys down there that usually underneath the overhang, they're kind of hanging out in the sun today.
Yeah, go down the line. That's where the sun's hitting you. I'll have to ask them their thoughts on being on the other side of the field as a fan. Next pitch is going to miss into Tesch.
We've had some good conversations the last few games. Well, I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
No, it doesn't bother me. It's close to the concession stand for everybody.
Yeah.
For beverages during the regular season and the Legion season.
Mm-hmm.
It's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Fouled into the glove in the last pitch. Makes it count now 2-2 with nobody on. And it's chopped towards first base, but foul. And Winneconne had their opportunity last inning, loading up the bases, and didn't get anybody in. So
Waupun took advantage of the miscues by Winneconne.
I want to thank some of the parents that you kind of contact, let them know, hey, the games are going to be here. We're not going to be at every game, but we will be at a lot of games, all the postseason games. But there are a few of the key parents out there that will take care of business and spread the word. It's going to miss off the plate, and a walk issued to Ben Tesch. We'll bring up Aaron Zimmer. They got those 3 left-handed batters right in a row. Tesch, Zimmer, and Duell. Number 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order.
Number 4, courtesy running.
There is no number 4.
At least it looked like a number 4.
It can't be a real person. I got the list right from the coach, and there was no number 4 on there.
Good Scotty agreed with me. I didn't think I looked at the number wrong.
Paul Molitor. At first base. No, there wasn't one on the list because I wrote them down here too. So. Could be. A runner at first with one down. 5-0 lead for Waupun here in the top of the third inning. Your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard bringing you the game from the National Exchange Bank and Trust broadcast booth. We're doing the softball game on Friday for the Waupun Lady Warriors. Good things going on with the softball program. I'm glad for Josh Knight. That's a one-hopper right back to the pitcher, going for the double play right now. Over to Prawl, the first base in time. For the 1-6-3 put out, and that'll end the threat for Winneconne. You start there by Jake Krieger going to the right place, but even leading Prawl off from second base to first. But they come up empty, and Waupun leads this game 5-0 after 2.5 innings. Back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Attention neuropathy sufferers, I've got some good news for you. Hello friends, this is Dr. Randall Blahoviak from New Medical Center. Do you have numbness, tingling, or burning in your feet? Does it feel like you are always walking around on a balled up sock? Have you stopped doing the things you love because the pain in your feet makes it impossible? If you answered yes to any of those questions, you may have neuropathy. Over 25 million Americans are currently dealing with this crippling disease, and just like you, most of them are frustrated with the lack of effective treatments that are available. Well, that ends today. At New Medical Center, we have successfully treated thousands of neuropathy patients, not only slowing or stopping the progression of this devastating condition, but in many cases reversing it. If you are tired of taking dangerous medications that only numb the senses and do nothing to treat your actual disease, it's time to see the doctors at New Medical Center, where we've designed a treatment plan to address the causes of neuropathy. Don't lose hope. Call New Medical Center at 920-324-9899 now for more information or to schedule an appointment. Or check us out on the web at newmedicalctr.com.
Okay, we are back. I think it's a nice little double play to end the threat for Winneconne in the top of the third inning. Waupun coming up here in their half of inning number 3 with Logan Prawl starting out. Logan Prawl followed by Graham Gopalan and Landon Potrats. Number 6, 7, and 8 in the batting order for the Warriors. And Tesh still on the mound for Winneconne.
Logan 1 for 1 in a day. Nice drive to right field.
It's a nice hit. Especially with the way the wind was blowing. His one right, I put it up there, and that just shot past the right fielder all the way to the fence and brought in 2 runs.
The wind's blowing straight down now, Steve.
There we go. Like I said, you don't see that too often here.
Not often. Usually it's in the summer when it's 95 out.
It's a little off of that one. It's going to miss a little short on that pitch. Makes the count 1-0. We got to do something. We couldn't just have you sitting. You'd probably out watching the game during the high school season.
I'll probably be at most of the home games, I would guess. Yeah. Someone's got to keep Scotty company up here a little bit.
This pitch catches the inside part of the plate. No offer from Prawl. Makes the count 1-1.
You eat a bag of peanuts there, Lucas.
That's his new nickname.
Peanuts?
Yeah,
peanuts. I like that one. We'll call him Peanuts.
Lucas Bag of Peanuts Bresser up here. He just named him himself. You're not really supposed to name yourself. I
like that. I think that's
I like it.
That's apropos for him.
What was Frank Winters? Wasn't he Bag of Donuts? He was Bag of Donuts or something, yeah. And nice hit right out to center field for Logan Prawl. 2 for 2 in the ball game for him. Good way to start out the bottom of the third inning for Waupun. And he's trying to stretch this in there, kind of throwing the ball around in the infield. And the pitcher had to go chase it, and Logan was on his toes and got himself to second base.
Reaches on the air by somebody.
Fielding error there after that base hit. For Logan getting himself to second base, but good heads up by him. Waupun always a very aggressive base running team.
I'd probably say center fielder the way it looked.
So that'll bring up Graham Gopal, he had a single, an RBI, and this is another single
hit.
for him out to left field. And Logan's going to keep on churning home. Here comes the throw home. It's off the mark, and nice job there by Graham Gopal getting himself another RBI. And another base hit. So still nobody out. Runner at second base, run in, and makes the score 6-0. Another meeting at the plate here for Winneconne. Again, we're finally getting some nice production out of the middle part of their order. Middle to the bottom of the order. Taking care of business.
Yep, 6, 7, 8 doing the job today.
Yeah, we're going to have a pitching change. We'll take a break right now. Waupun leading 6-0. Pitching change here for Winneconne, bottom of the third inning. Back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Thank you for your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture, we're honored to be voted by you to be one of the best mattress stores in the Fond du Lac area for 2024.
Our mission is to bring the finest in style, comfort, and quality to the Waupun area.
We've teamed up with amazing brands like Ashley, Lazy Boy, Bestcraft, Marshfield, Best Home Furnishings, Mega Motion to offer you the best selection around.
Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Make your home a place you truly love with Verhaeg's Furniture Mart.
A reminder for everyone that Ben's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Ben's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Ben's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Say cheese. If you cringe when it's time to smile, come to Dentistry of Wisconsin in Beaver Dam and Waupun to make your grin big, bright, and beautiful. They can help with impactful solutions like implants, bridges, orthodontics like Sure Smile clear aligners. And if you're looking for simple smile enhancers, they offer tooth whitening and veneers. Give Dentistry of Wisconsin a call in Beaver Dam at 887-2112 or their Waupun office at 324-3881. You can also visit them online at dentistryofwisconsin.com.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
It's time to take control of your soil management. Turn to the Great Plains TerraMax, a versatile hybrid tillage solution offering variable intensity tillage for a variety of fall and spring field conditions. Create the ideal seedbed with a high-quality finish, level soils and remove ruts, and eliminate resistant weeds, all with one tool. Tillage is now on your terms with TerraMax. Visit Waupun Equipment Company today to learn more about hybrid tillage from Great Plains. TerraMax for tillage on.
Okay, we are back after that pitching change. Noah Boris, right-handed pitcher, on the mound now for Winneconne. Runner at second base with Gopal out there. And Landon Potratz at the plate now for Waupun. Watches the next pitch come in. Miss low. Landon had that single and scored back in the second inning. And runner goes on the pitch. Gopal a nice jump and has himself easily over to first base. Nice job there by Gopal. It's been fun to watch him. Nice football season, too, as the Waupun football team did. And that's going to get past the catcher, and good job by Graham with that great hustle to get the third. With that pass ball gets him in from third base. Waupun now leading 7-0 here in the bottom of the third inning, and still nobody out. Landon Dirksen waiting on deck. Pitch misses high and getting a walk is Potrats. Here we go. Still nobody out yet.
Catcher having trouble corralling the ball here.
Yeah, what do you do to keep the guys focused a little bit when you get these kind of runaway games like this? Try to get something positive out of this for the team.
It's hard. You still just got to go out there and, make your plays. I know it's easier said than done, but.
And there goes trying to steal another base, and that one's going to go. It's going to head out towards right center field. And here goes Landon again, and man, he's just running all over the place out there. They're a base stealing threat for Waupun. Landon Potrats got himself all the way over to third base.
Good jump again on that pass ball. Didn't get away much from the catcher.
Even went down on his stomach on that one, and then looked up and the ball started heading out there. I'm going to go. Feeling it.
And take advantage of some of the miscues here.
Yeah. Got a 1-1 count now to Dirksen. Got a nice successful sacrifice bunt back in the second inning. That advanced runners over to second and third. Swings on the next one and fouls it back and out of play. Yeah, next year I've got to pick up at least one of my grandsons from the high school. He's could be a seventh grader next year. So I'll be waiting in that 2-mile-long line to.
Better get here about 2:45, I think, is what it comes down to.
And all those new drivers out there, too. Man.
Well, you want to get here early. You want to make sure you get out of here before the kids get out.
I'll have to figure out where the best place is, because then I got 2 more to pick up over at Rock River.
Usually a lot of times I see some people in the parking lot here at the Gus waiting for the kids to come out, and the kids walk over this way.
Yeah. I got to figure that whole thing out.
Same thing with over by Rock River there.
Yeah, that one's down to the dirt in the pitch by Boris, and puts runners at the corners now. Dirksen issued a walk. That'll bring the top of the order up with Brian Ferris. Grinder out a couple times, but he does have an RBI back in the second inning. Seven nothing Waupun, and no hesitation there from Dirksen. Here goes Landon. I'm going to go for it, and he's tagged out at home plate. So Landon freewheeling running here and had the green light and gets tagged out at home plate. Dirksen gets over to second base. Okay, so that's the first out for Waupun with Dirksen standing at second, and Ferris still up for Waupun with the 1-0 count. That's going to miss outside. Makes it a 2-0 count.
Good aggressiveness by Landon there to take a chance when you're up by 7.
So chop over towards a shortstop. Kleinschmidt ranges off to his right, sets and throws, and that one gets past the first baseman. Dirksen rounding third base, and does get Ferris all the way over to second base.
Thought it was base hit. Yep. I agree. Brian with the hit. Good hustle down.
Ferris gets himself over to second base after that error at first base. Got past first baseman, got him over there, but a base hit for him. Swing and a miss by Landon. First pitch in, puts him down on the count 0-1. What do you got coming back That's the other always interesting thing with Legion ball. You got guys that are young enough to come back, even though they graduated in this past graduating class. Who's coming back for Waupun Legion? Any commitments yet from some of the guys?
Well, pretty much the two I think that we thought were going to come back. Evan Sauer, he'll be a great addition to this team.
Yeah.
And I think Ethan Cunningham,
Okay.
another great addition. They better start swinging some bats here pretty quick, though.
I've seen some pretty successful moments where guys came back like that, had really good Legion seasons behind that bonus season that they get.
Yeah, you still got to earn your spot, basically. You know, we just can't throw you in there. You got to kind of earn a little bit. But we'll see what kind of numbers we have too. You know, might be out there right away this summer. But who knows? Let things shake out up here first a little bit.
3-1 pitch is going to miss, and Ishidawaki is Landon Richter. Yeah, you've got some guys that they're playing now that won't be playing Legion ball and that are already pretty much committed to something else. So that that'll be a few of the players with that too. So there'll be definitely some openings besides.
We're working on one of them yet. I guess some of the boys are, so we'll see. Hopefully he comes out and plays with us this summer.
First pitch into Schmidt out towards right field, and that one, landed right in front of the right fielder out there, and that'll bring a run in. I think he did much to really try to get that one in there, but that one drops in front of the right fielder for Trey Schmidt. Brings the run in. 5 runs in the second inning, 3 runs so far here in the third inning. Still only 1 down, and that'll bring up Chase Beam. Got on with an error back in the second inning. In that same second, he also
just missed
walked. And that one's they're going to get the out over at second. But it does bring another run in for a Beam. Grounder over towards shortstop.
A little RBI for Chase there.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. We'll look to load up on that RBI category. Waupun now leading 9-0. Makings of a shortened game here over at the Gus here in Waupun. How was your team back on that when you played? Got any appropriate stories we can tell from your later baseball years? But no, for the high school team, going right away is the Reader, and he's going to go in standing at second base.
Well, my senior year, we made it to state. We were pretty senior laden that year. Steve Navis, Scott Thompson, Kevin Westhouse. A couple other guys, too, that played. Glennie Marwitz was on that team. Bart Vanderbush, Steve Rohr.
Yep.
Seen Stevie the last couple nights out and about here. I haven't seen him since probably graduated, so it's been great talking with him.
Is he living back in town again?
I think a little bit.
Yeah.
Mikey Nolan, Jeff Lumens.
Yeah, all very recognizable names. I remember a lot of those names.
Yeah.
2 on the pitch to Krieger. Next one's going to miss. Makes it a 3-1 count.
Probably some good stories, but probably not a real appropriate for a radio broadcast. So.
Yeah. We'll leave those for post-game gatherings.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Ooh, big cut on that one from Krieger. Big swing and a miss.
And Coach John Lidke, he was very good coach. He ended up going down to Lamar University for a little bit, was a pitching coach at Arkansas. Ended up being a scout for the Yankees.
It's fallen out of play. Yeah, so you got coached by it's good to have the coaches like that that you remember and you learn something from them.
Went to UW Oshkosh grad. Played well up there as a pitcher.
Comes a 3-2 pitch. Swung on and.
Way to get rid of it.
Foul ball. Three-two count with 2 down, runners at second and third. 4 runs in the inning. Waupun leading 9-0. And Jake goes down swinging. So 9 batters for Waupun. They get 4 to cross home plate. And after 3 complete, Waupun leading 9-0 over Winneconne. Back with the top of the 4th right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard-to-get trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-334-5887. That's 920-344-5887 for Torres Tree Service of Waupun.
Chronic pain sufferers, listen up. If you're suffering from pain due to injury or illness, and the options you've tried have failed to alleviate your pain, or surgery has been recommended, you may be wondering if you've run out of options. If so, regenerative medicine may be your answer. At New Medical Center, we use a variety of alternative treatments designed to harness your own body's ability to heal. Rather than covering up your pain, regenerative medicine goes right to the source to resolve and repair the injury. Instead of using harmful drugs to mask your pain or having risky surgery that can cause additional injury and increase your chance of arthritis, regenerative medicine helps your body repair the damage that causes pain. Don't let pain compromise your favorite hobbies and activities, leaving you crippled and desperate for help. Thousands of people have found relief with regenerative medicine, and you can too. Call the experts at New Medical Center to get an appointment today. New Medical Center, 920-324-9899. That's 920-324-9899. Or check us out on the web at www.newmedicalctr.com.
Welcome back to the Gus and Waupun. Waupun scores 5 in the second inning. They score 4 in the third inning and lead this game 9-0. And coming up to bat now for Winneconne, number 4 in the batting order, Ethan Duell. Flew out to center field his last at bat.
I don't know, Jake's opening up his hip a little early here coming in. Our former pitching coach Fuzz, he'd probably be on him right now, but everything's going to his arm side of the plate there.
That one hit the outside part of the plate. Counts is now 1-1. Yeah, chopper towards first, but foul. Puts the count at 1-2. Yeah, glad to bring you the game here today. Get ourselves in the baseball mode. It's a different mindset doing baseball and doing the basketball or the volleyball. Football, you're a little more laid back because get all hyped up for a little bit and then sit and yak about it for a while. But yeah, baseball is nice, relax. You can do it on a recliner. I'd like to have a recliner up here and just sit back and call a game.
It's definitely a lot slower than basketball, but if you watch a little bit of everything, you watch where the outfielders move and watch what the coaches, watch the umpires even. To me, it makes the game more interesting.
Like you said, they're missing a lot, like you said, outside away from those left-handed hitters. And walk issued the leadoff batter this inning, Ethan Duell.
Number 17 will be the courtesy runner.
Coach wouldn't even give me the pronunciation of that because he said that we might not see him in the ball game in so many words. But he's out there running right now. So that'll bring up Broderick Stilley up, the second baseman. Hit by a pitch back in the second inning. That was the beginning of bad things happening for Waupun, where they had a hit by pitch, a walk. So a guy got on the first base. They loaded up the bases. Yep. Oh, man. And he got hit again. Wow. He's not going to be happy. A couple of different bruises. Here gets hit by a pitch for the second time in the ball game. The second inning, now the fourth inning. And, Coach heading out there right now with Travis Hall. I want him to slow down a little bit and a little discussion out on the pitcher's mound, but and Jake will stay in for Waupun. Yeah, it'll be great. This is the last season Waupun has in the Central Conference, right? They'll be moving on to play down in that.
Last season in in this conference.
A whole bunch of different teams that will be facing down there. So
good competition down there,
yeah,
too.
Really good competition. Yeah. The Lakeside Lutherans and the
Lake Mills.
Lake Mills over there, yeah.
Columbus is always formidable in a lot of their programs, different sports.
Lodi
is always a handful.
Yeah. I've already had some situations with some of the Lodi fans, so we'll expect that to be a pretty boisterous rivalry. Just from a few things I've seen on the Little League diamonds and even some of the stuff on the varsity courts so far.
I think we got a pitch there. That always nice.
And
there you go.
Yeah, it's a little roller. That's going off the glove of Krieger, makes it a little tougher for Richter, but runners will advance to second and third. So just one down. Winneconne trying to get on the board here. And Hayden Olson up to bat. He went down looking, strikeout victim back in the second inning.
That's better.
There we go, a little groove on those last couple. 0-2 the count. Thanks to this cold weather, either. We're just 4 days out from being in Florida for about 8 or 9 days. I don't get the vacation as much as Scott does, but swing and a miss on the next pitch in. But it was like 90 degrees every day we were down there. They even had a pretty interesting incident that happened. A snake got into our Florida room there.
Oh, jeez.
Didn't know until I was just tapping to tip the chair over to see if I could find where my baseball hat was. So I kind of tipped the recliner over, and there was something dangling there. And it was a corn snake, about 18 inches long. He somehow got pinched in when I must have put the recliner up with the feet up on there, and he got pinched in and killed him. And looked pretty fresh, too. He's pretty pliable yet. But what you want in your Florida room down there, any snakes? Swing and a miss on the next pitch in. And that will end the threat for Winneconne this hour, this inning. So a couple guys on base again. They've had bases loaded another inning back in the second inning, but they come up empty again. Waupun leading 9-0. Going to go back into the bottom of the fourth inning coming your way in just 90 seconds here on Radio Plus Sports.
Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, and Green Lake counties. Don't chance it and find yourself asking, where's the heat? Get on our furnace maintenance plan now to prevent a furnace malfunction or a heating headache. Need a brand new American Standard furnace? We do that too. Call 920-763-2301, allphasecomforts.com.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot. Build better for future generations.
We are back for the bottom half of inning number 4. Waupun with that 9-0 lead. They're going to start things out with Logan Prawl, who was the first batter back in the third inning, too. Waupun batted 9 batters back in the third. Logan had himself a nice game. Had himself a 2 RBI triple back in the second inning. Also a single in the third inning. Going to slow it away again. Noah Boris coming in the His last inning here to pitch for Winneconne. And these two teams set to meet over at Winneconne coming up on Thursday. He catches the outside part of the plate for a called strike. Ooh, swing and a miss on the next pitch in. I'll even have another guest joining me coming up to do a game on the 24th of this month. Josh Navas' daughter Yvette is coming back from New York City. That's where she's working right now, and she's going to be my color commentator for that game. Oh, and there's a called strike.
I think the zone has opened up a little bit.
Yeah, right at the bottom part of your knees on that one for Logan Prawl, but goes down looking. First time Logan has been retired. Now 2-for-3 game going for him at the plate. Graham Gopalin coming up to bat now. He's got a couple singles and an RBI so far in this game. Curveball ball sweeps outside for ball one.
We're just looking a little bit ahead at the Warrior schedule after Thursday. They go up to Chilton to face the Tigers.
Been to Chilton a few times.
Yeah.
To call some games up there.
And then they got the Jefferson Eagles coming to town.
Oh, it was
next
a great
Monday.
program. There's a solid program.
Team we beat up at sectionals last year. A good game.
Yeah, it was a good game. And they met them at state, too, a few years back. And
yeah.
Took care of business in the state championship game, in our last state championship game.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was really fun. Yeah, that was a game where they had a hot hitter out there that had a lot of hits in the semifinal game at state and found out he couldn't hit a curveball or
Pretty
anything
much.
off speed.
I don't think Bronk threw him anything fast against him anyway, but
you had two guys, you had Bronk, of course, that could just snap those breaking pitches like. And then you had Billy in the semifinal game. Same thing. Those guys were very similar.
Mm-hmm. I think that whole postseason, them guys threw every out except for the last out in the state championship game.
So one down. Waupun sitting at the 9-0 lead right now. Yeah, those are maybe the most back-to-back magical games, sectional semifinal and the sectional championship game that year with those two guys pitching.
Yeah.
I think it was a 2-0 game or a 2-1 game or 2-0. And then a 1-0 game in the sectional championship. Going on the pitch, Gopalin has got himself over to second base. Got some pretty good wheels. Who was that they played? That was...
Played Ripon the first game.
Yeah, that was Ripon. I remember the first game.
And it would be Catholic Memorial.
Catholic Memorial, and they had some studs.
They had some guys that were probably 6'4", 6'5", just huge kids. But Bronk kept them off balance. Talked to their coach a couple years after that, and he said he still has nightmares about that game.
Yeah, we didn't score with a bunch of hits in that inning
No.
to get that. Did we only have one hit in that
I
inning?
think so.
It was just crazy. That was fun. Those were fun games to call. Okay, here's a called strike into Potrats. Makes the count now 1-2. Yeah, that was a fun couple of games to call. Check swing and strike three into Landon.
Landon went a little too far on that one.
First time he's been retired in the ball game.
Like to get this run in here to get her to 10.
Yeah, that would be nice. Landon Dirksen steps to the plate now. Got on with a walk last inning and so had a successful sacrifice bunt back in the second inning. Yeah, I wonder how much time these guys put in the off season for the baseball guy. I know a lot of them are three-sport athletes and on the basketball team. And it goes Graham had a good lead to start with, and that one squirts away from the catcher far enough for him to get himself to third.
Then when he got a good secondary jump on, and as soon as he saw that ball go down, he took off.
Yeah.
It was a good read.
He said Waupun always, from what I've seen, a great stealing baseball team. Take advantage of any little mistakes that you make out there.
There's not a lot of catchers in high school that are, when the ball goes down like that in a way, they're not going to throw you out. There's been a couple up around here in this conference in the last few years, but.
Pitch misses low and away. Makes the count now 3-1 to Dirksen. Yeah, one's going to miss off the plate. So Dirksen issued a walk for the second time in the game. Puts runners at the corners. And they'll bring Bryant Ferris back up to the plate now for Waupun.
Bryant 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI.
A meeting with catcher and his pitcher and some of the infielders right now for Winneconne. Yeah, great tradition for baseball in Waupun and softball in this town. It's been fun to cover the sports in the spring. And for baseball, that carries you into the Legion season, too. So, been a lot of fun things to cover and some great successes by Legion teams from high school teams. And girls getting their first state softball championship last year was pretty magical, knocking off the team that were the two-time state champs with freedom to get to the state tournament.
It's tough to get to state.
It is.
It takes, we've not argued with it, but had a lot of discussions about is it hard to get to state in high school or the Legion? I don't know. It's hard either one. You still got to.
Yeah, taking off Dirksen, no throw. Runners at second and third now for Waupun.
This high school, it's that one and done situation, where you lose, you're done. Whereas Legion, you can have 2 losses, but.
Yeah, you could be playing for 5 days just to try to find a champion.
So you got to be pretty deep there a little bit more.
You really got to be. You've really got to know how to take care of your pitching situation.
In high school, you can do it if you have a couple studs and, keep pitch counts down.
Swing and a miss on the next pitch into Bryant. Puts him down on the count 1-2 with 2 down. Runners at second and third. 9-0 Waupun on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. This one is chopped over towards the third baseman. Binder will pick it up, pats the glove, throws to first. That's going to go off the first baseman's glove, and 2 runs are going to score now for Waupun. Everybody with their jets on, and 2 runs come in. Waupun now takes an 11-0 victory, and that brings into possibility of this being a 4.5 inning game.
Okay. I'm okay with a hit there. I'm okay with a hit.
Okay. Yeah, that was kind of a tough one. I mean, chopped hard to the ground. The third baseman had to come about a third of the way up the line. There's steals a second base. Waupun still looking to add some on the board. He can't stop Bryant from being aggressive out there. It's just in his DNA to be very aggressive player, whether it's basketball or this one is hit out to left center field. Is going to drop in for a hit. That's going to bring Bryant in from second base. And heading over to first is Waupun's Landon Richter. Gets over there and brings that run in from second.
Hustle double for Diddy. That guy just hits.
Landon?
Yeah.
Which one? Yeah, he's a.
Which one?
That was a. Let's say Landon. You just can't say Landon on this team.
No.
But he's in. Swings a good bat here and brings a run in for Waupun. Now within a 12-0 lead. They're going to getting sloppy out there, and that's just something. One of those things the coach is definitely going to bring up. This little bit of sloppy play a couple times in the game by Winneconne.
You're getting beat, but you just got to make the right plays. There,
right.
That's just a little bit of laziness on the catcher, I think, and just kind of lollygagging it back. And
for your radio people out there, that throw back from the catcher off the pitcher's glove and over towards second base allows Diddy to get over to third base. Yeah, thanks for joining us if you're listening on the radio right now on 103.3 FM or AM 1170. Big swing and a miss on the next pitch into Trey Schmidt. Trey got himself a single back in the third inning for an RBI. Comes the 1-2 pitch. Ooh, and that one sweeps through, and they're going to
a little bit
go
down
looking.
think,
but Waupun does come up with 3 more runs and lead this game now 12-0. Going into the top of the 5th inning, Waupun can wrap it up here in 3 more outs. We'll find out if they do it or not right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Thank you for your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, we're honored to have been voted by you to be the best of the best mattress store in the Fond du Lac area for 2024.
Our mission is to bring the best in bedding comfort, technology, and support to the Waupun area.
We've partnered with top brands like Tempur-Pedic, Puffy, Scott Living, Sealy, and Nectar to offer you the ultimate sleep experience.
Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Come shop at Verhaeg's.
A reminder for everyone that Ben's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Ben's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Ben's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Say cheese. If you cringe when it's time to smile, come to Dentistry of Wisconsin in Beaver Dam and Waupun to make your grin big, bright, and beautiful. They can help with impactful solutions like implants, bridges, orthodontics like Sure Smile clear aligners. And if you're looking for simple smile enhancers, they offer tooth whitening and veneers. Give Dentistry of Wisconsin a call in Beaver Dam at 887-2112 or their Waupun office at 324-3881. You can also visit them online at dentistryofwisconsin.com.
Okay, we are back. Waupun now with a 12-0 lead heading to the top of the 5th inning. Steve Winterhack with you along with Bob Spanbauer. His maiden voyage as a color commentator. Looping bounce over towards Prawl at shortstop. Sets and throws a bullet over to first to get the out. Jake Krager still stays in for Waupun.
Jake's at 66 pitches, I believe, or so.
Colson Kleinschmidt coming up, 0 for 2 in the ball game. This is just the beginning of the 3rd time through the order for Winneconne. Of course, it's only the top of inning number 5. Called strike on that fastball from Jake. Another strike. Just bringing the heat on the last 2 pitches. Ahead in the count now, 0-2. Now the batter, Colson Kleinschmidt, number 1 in the batting order.
A lot better location on those 3 pitches, too.
This is on the next one, makes the count 1-2. And takes a little off that one, and way ahead of it, swings and misses. Colson Kleinschmidt, strikeout victim for the 2nd time in the game. Yeah, the first at bat of the ball game for Noah Boris, who came in to pitch a few innings ago. That number 2 slot, right-handed hitter. And this inside in the first pitch in.
Jake's 6th strikeout on the day.
It's chopped in the ground, but just foul on the third base line. Ready for those May games coming up, and those aren't no guarantees you're going to get warm weather on those either. You've been out there for some of those. I've seen some little snowflakes or sleet chasing this over in foul territory. First base side going to finally drift out of play.
Good hustle by Pochatz and Krieger there. Yeah, that May games can be no joke either, man. You can get rain and wind and sleet.
Yeah, it's every and everything. I mean, baseball can get the football. You play no matter what.
Yeah.
I know soccer they play no matter what, but yeah, baseball it's something that push things back and make your schedule real tough to get games in. Hard hit ball, but one hopper over to over to second base, and bringing it in is Landon Richter to get the out. And Waupun will win this game 12-0 in 4.5 innings.
1 hit for Jake.
Well, again, let's see. Well, maybe you might have some stats for us after this, Bob. Right?
Oh boy.
Work on that, and well, not right now. You don't need them, but we're going to take a break right now, so give Bob a chance to do that. Maybe we'll get a few interviews, and be back after this. Waupun wins 12-0 here at home for 1-0 now in the East Central Conference. Back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Our good buddy Steve with us here, the other bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Business as usual. Pretty soon this springtime weather's going to really hit, Steve, right?
Well, they keep teasing us with maybe putting a patio together outside, but then it snows, so I don't know what we're doing. But we're still here. We're still making food. We still got beer, drinks, great bartenders, great cooks, great staff. So
And great sports on the TV, of course, Bucks and Brewers. Here we go.
Fun to watch this stuff. The Brewers started a little slow and turn it around a little bit. The Bucks are going to push on for the postseason, so come down and check out the games. They're always on.
And the NFL Draft, of course, coming up later on this month. Your draft headquarters here, right?
Yeah, I think people will probably be staying down here for the draft, too. So come check it out. You never know what kind of we had some Dolphins scouts in the other day here, so come check it out.
Steve with us here, the other bar, Main Street, downtown Waupun. Stop on by for great lunch specials, too.
Yep, always homemade soups, homemade chili, daily specials, pork, beef, and turkey normally. Check it out.
Steve with us here. Thanks, buddy. Have a good week.
You too. Thanks, Nick.
You work hard to make sure your family has everything they need. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most.
Contact me, Agent Christine File, at 11 South Watertown Street in Waupun, or call 920-324-3488 today.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
American Family Insurance.
How do you make everyone's favorite buffet even better? How do you make the country's best chicken even more exciting? How do you make Thursday the best night ever? Wing night at Pizza Ranch. Boneless and traditional. A variety of sauces. All the wings you want, plus all your other buffet favorites. The country's best wing night is here. Taking flight Thursday nights only at Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
There has never been a better time to shop Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen is featuring a fashionable selection of furniture and flooring. That means remarkable savings on name brand furniture, top quality name brands at special competitive prices. You'll get the taste, quality, and personalized service that has separated the Werner Harmsen name from the best. Find their showroom in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring. Taste, service, selection. It's worth the drive to beautiful downtown Waupun.
Okay, with the sun in our eyes, I think Nate's given us the signal, but Travis Hull joining us right now. First conference game of the season, win 12-0 over Winneconne, and his thoughts about the game here today.
We played a really good game. I thought we put good at bats together. Jake pitched really well. We just been kind of emphasizing, like, hey, win the first 3 pitches. I either want to see you up in the count or the ball put in play. And, you know, other than like a little slip up there, he lost some command last inning, and he just said that sun was kind of getting in his eyes. But after that, you know, he settled in, and then we played good defense behind him. So it was good. I liked our aggressive base running. We were picking up extra bases on, you know, dirt balls and misplays and stuff like that. So that's kind of something we emphasize. So, yeah, just
it's like some nice production out of the middle of your batting order, too. Logan had himself a nice game, nice triple there over the right fielder's head, and used the wind a little bit to help him out on that one. But you guys have always been an aggressive base running team here in Waupun.
Yeah. Logan had been struggling just a tad the last couple games, and so I bumped him down just a little in the lineup to see, and he came through, and had a really nice game. Chase has just been, I don't know what he's hitting right now. Like, he's got to be 750 right now on the season. He's just tearing the cover off the ball. So, we just needed to give him more support. Honestly, Graham has been probably our second best hitter this year, and he had another nice game today. He's just, he's kind of winning a spot, and as long as he, it's a long season, but he keeps it rolling. I've been happy because when he's on base, he's dangerous. He's going to pick up extra bases for us too. So.
Well, Travis got the job done here, 12-0, so nice victory, and we'll see you throughout the season.
All right, thank you very much, Steve.
Okay, Travis Hull joining us, and Jake Krieger out on the pitcher's mound there. You got Grandpa and Grandma. They made it back from Lake Havasu and everything to watch you pitch and just talk about what you thought about your performance here today.
I was all right with it. Obviously you can't complain with 5-inning shutout, but I kind of wish I got up and counts a little better. I felt like I was kind of battling behind, but I kind of came into it knowing it was going to be a heavier fastball night, and trying to roll you some ground balls and pop flies. So,
thoughts on the 2025 baseball Waupun baseball team? Where do you think you guys can go this year?
This is a special group. We got so much talent on this team and so much team chemistry. A lot of these guys have been playing together for our entire lives, and the last 4 years especially on varsity baseball. So.
Well, Jake, fun to see you out in the mound again, and looking forward to a great season. So thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Steve.
Okay, 12-0 victory for Waupun. We're going to send it back up to the booth, and maybe we're just going to wrap it up here with the Bob up there. But thanks for Bob Spanbauer for joining us here today, and having Big Nate Young running with the video with us here tonight. But again, the Steve Winterick signing off. Waupun winning 12-0, 1-0 now in the conference, and we'll have more games throughout the entire season for the Waupun Warriors. Looking forward to a great season, and thanks for joining us on Radio Plus Sports.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.